Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Mars. And we are in Sol 370, I believe. And definitely spent that 12-hour session that we talked about is definitely got us underway to the late game. We're actually, I don't consider this the late game yet because I still need to do a bunch of things. Still struggling with some issues with the production line. I am low on metals, and in the midst of all this micromanagement of getting materials and things, I neglected the population of the colony, which was one of the most important things you can keep track of. And as a result, we have a lot of our colonists who do not have homes to live in. You can tell by the title, we are low on places to live. So I had to erect some domes. I do contemplate about putting certain colonists underground, just as it's also like a precautionary measure when the environment on the surface of Mars is a bit harsh, right? The dust storm that we had, or we're going to have, I believe when we're doing more terraforming things, more of the disasters will occur because you're changing the environment, and the environment has to adjust in the way that it responds to something that changes dramatically, right? So you've seen it in movies. The planet responds with an earthquake or something devastating like a severe thunder or dust storm in our case. So that's definitely something that's going to be challenging, especially if it's spanning over a couple of days. There are things you can't do when these things occur. The acid rain does turn off your water supply, or your moisture evaporators don't operate, nor your extractors, because if you think about it, you don't want those contaminants in your water supply, and it's going to be non-potable water for use on the planet. So you can see I'm expanding the domes. I'm adding another dome. Adding more places for them to live. Homeless is, they do get a negative, what do you call it? You get a negative, like a disadvantage, or you get points taken off for, I forget what the term is, but it just means that you're limited when you are marked as homeless. I guess your job performance or your work performance will be low, if you think about it, and you probably won't be able to work because you don't have a residence. Anyway, so Mars is definitely, after a couple episodes of this game, Mars is definitely something that's challenging. I wanted to present the question, if there was an opportunity to go to Mars, they need volunteers, would you raise your hand? Right? I'll go first. I'll answer the question. I think, not based on anything that's going on, or my feelings about anything regarding anything that's current news or anything like that, I'll just say that I will consider going to a different planet, only because I am capable. I believe I'll be capable of being there and being a valuable member. Regardless of whether it's a one-way trip or not, because I know that it's for the benefit of humanity and space exploration has always been a dream of mine, and if I can contribute in some way, I would. And I know if it's a one-way trip, there's no way to take it back, right? You can't come back. But I think with what I know and my ability to look at situations and problems, I'm a problem solver. I think I could survive out there, and they need somebody who's adaptable, able to, not just somebody who just replaces something with something new, right? Someone who can look at something, analyze what's wrong with it, and fix it, right? Or use something that was broken, fix it. And I think I've shown time and time again I could do that with what I've had. So I guess I am made to live in a different planet, or I'm probably somebody who has in a different lifetime. But anyway, that was an interesting thing. I promise you this isn't filler. I did not run out of things to talk about. I actually write down or plan what I'm gonna say because of what went through in the game. But this is a recording that was done months in advance, so I do. Forgive me if I do forget a couple things. So with the resources, with me trying to get resources and things like that, I do notice I forget about the different things that are not working. So these alerts that show up on the left-hand screen are definitely useful. The Mohall mine and the excavator are working. But we have a lot of waste rocks. So one of the things you can do is right next to a waste producer, you could put something that uses waste as a production type of thing, as fuel. So when you do that, you have to think of the goal that you're about to do, which is the terraforming aspect, and the easiest things that you could use for production to get rid of waste rocks is to have those carbonators, which take waste rocks. I think it's 20 or so. So I have a couple of those, and then eventually you get a waste liquefaction plant, which changes the waste rocks, slowly changes the waste rocks into usable concrete, which I almost ran out of until I started doing this. So as a result of putting more domes, and a lot of these production facilities do require some water. So that's something that I added a little bit more. The moisture evaporators, they will continue to produce water. It's not based on the production or the demand that's needed. The water extractors do adjust accordingly. So if you see like your production 0, look at one of the water extractors. They'll tell you its maximum output. That's how you can keep track of how many things that you need to build. So I do have another wonder that I made. Is the mirror, the dish, the large dish that will help with the missions that are out there to provide different things a little bit more frequently. I think that's what the dish does. Can't remember. And I also have the Mega Dome. So I'm almost at 100% just based on plopping these wonders alone. So that's gonna definitely be a milestone that I will be finished with pretty soon. Sorry for this. Sorry for the tired voice. A lot of these recordings are done when I first wake up. I noticed a long time ago, whenever you first wake up, your voice is the most deepest, and it's the one thing that kind of impressed me, or it made me marvel about how things work with, you know, how things change are different in the morning as opposed to night. So that's when I usually record these, but as a result, I do have less energy in the morning. But anyway, this is all the time that we have. Thank you all for watching. The next episode is going to be about, we have the giant sandstorm. This should be fun. I think it lasts for 3 sols. That means we're really close to terraforming the land. I think I unlocked something, or I melt some sort of ice cap that causes a massive storm. So stay tuned for that. If you liked the video, hit the like button so that you don't miss future videos. Hit the subscribe button, ding that bell, and I'll see you in 3 days. This is John Nezodam signing out. Take care, stay safe, and remember, you're essential.